What's going on, guys? Greg here. I got another video for you today. It's once again another Korbanth DV6. Excuse me. This one I actually did as part of a trade. So if you guys don't know, I have it on my page in that pinned post, but I am more than happy to do trades for install services. What happened was the customer had this, which is a Roman Props MK1 weathered version. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 4 hilts. And it's extra weathered, so there's a lot of dirt and grime on the Graflex clamp, on the bubble strip, around the greeblies. A little bit chipped right there, but I know how to fix it, so I'm going to do that. And it was just really, really beautifully weathered. And I saw it, fell in love with it, didn't want to lose on it, so I messaged the guy and I said, listen, what can we do? And we talked about price. And it came down to supplying different things on each of our ends, and this is the finished product. So, just so you guys know, you can talk to me about possible trades. It doesn't always work out, but I'm always happy to listen and see what I can do to help you guys. So, and in some ways help myself. So, yeah. So, like I said, it is a Korbanth DV6. It has a crystal shard internally, a V3 crystal shard that I had gotten it actually as technically as a birthday present. It was someone I was going to do an install for. They had the board spare. Then the Prism 5.1 came out, and they're like, you know what, I'm not going to use it. Happy birthday. So I appreciate you for doing that. Yeah, so Crystal Shard, a Goth Redesigns apprentice chassis, so there's no crystal reveal. You have activation, auxiliary, and then you also have a royal green, a red, green, royal blue. Sorry, guys, it's like midnight right here, so I'm getting tired. Yeah, red, green, royal blue, tri-cree LED, an 18650 lithium-ion battery, 2-watt base speaker, and like I said, activation, auxiliary. Blade retention screw is going to be this guy right here. And so what I did was I took a little piece of heat shrink around the very end of this screw, and so that when you tie it in, it reaches. So normally, if I were to screw it in normally without the heat shrink I did, you would rattle around this piece right here because it's just not tight. And so the little piece of heat shrink that is up the top, if you see that little black ring, kind of works like an O-ring, where when you screw it in, it's going to go in further enough to hold the blade plug in, but not too far. So it also holds this black piece in place. So yeah, so just kind of something I did that you can't notice. You're not going to notice it because it blends in. But yeah, so that's going to be your blade retention screw. This you don't need to unscrew. If you can't get unscrewed, I have it. It doesn't come unscrewed. So there's no need for it. It doesn't go in and make contact with the blade or the LED at all. So you shouldn't have to. But that again just screws kind of back in here, nice and tight. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a quick look at the chassis, and I talked to the customer. So one of the issues with this particular this chassis and this board is that there is no real chassis for it for the most part. There are a couple out there, but nothing solid, and so you kind of got to work with it. And so there's a little bit of extra hot glue than I would like to kind of keep the board sturdy, because it's a little bit bigger than the Nano Biscotti, a little bit smaller, or a little bit bigger than the Prism 5.1, a little bit smaller than the Prism V4, a little bit wider in places, so it's a little screwy. But yeah, so this is how we have it held in. So it's kind of the open area here, and then it's a little bit of hot glue around the edges. Then hot glue across your solder joints just to keep everything kind of secured so the wires don't pull on themselves, or don't pull on the joints, they pull on themselves instead. SD card access if needed. There's your speaker held in place. And the other issue with having the chassis that's not actually built for the soundboard is because nothing is a perfect fit like when Darth Ryo usually designs it, there's more of a chance of phantom swings. And so I talked to the customer about this, that in order to have this on top settings, which was high speaker volume and some really nice sensitivity, when the when the pommel is off, there's a completely different resonance around the speaker, and that causes some false swings, which obviously aren't good. But because this is not going to be crystal revealed, there's never a time where he should be dueling with this off ever. Not recommended, not allowed for a warranty. And so if you have the pommel off, you can turn the saber on, but there's going to be false swings. And like I said, I talked to the customer about this because I could have turned the volume down and done it that way, but we decided that once you put the pommel on, and recharge port, that once you put the pommel on, the false swings go away. And this is because the board is set up to be more sensitive. So it's better motion sensitivity. And yeah, and so when the cover's on, good to go, no false swings. And yeah, so, oh, and then for sound fonts, the customer just wanted a Vader font. So I took, my buddy K-Sith did a Vader font a little while back, and I just let him, he just made up a couple boots. I don't believe it's released. It's just, he has things that he messes around with, and so he shot me his Vader font that he had. And so yeah, that's what this is, and then I'll get this booted up. So it's a really, really loud saber. One of the loudest ones I've had so far. So. Yeah, so really loud. Like I said, it's midnight here, so I'm not gonna go through the other. It's gray meat, and then it's light meat and gray meat are also on here. One of them has a Vader boot sound. I'll just go to that. For the number of sabers I install, I should know which one is which, and I never do. Just light meat, I believe that's light meat. Dark meat, gray. It's not gray meat, but I think that's light meat. I don't know. There's too many. And this is going to be, I believe, gray meat, but with a different boot. And then back to the Vader font. Yeah. Like I said, people around, it's the normal fonts you guys know of. The Vader one was the one I wanted to show off. But yeah, so so I think that's about it. So I said, it's basic install. For the customer, this should be good for dueling. Like I said, I personally don't like dueling with anything more than, just a stunt install, because I just think that it's electronics, it's sensitive, but it is rated for medium hard dueling. Don't ever swing it like a baseball bat. No one ever should. And aside from that, you'll be good to go. Yeah, you'll be fine. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know. I appreciate the trade, because that OB is going to be done up with a Stoke chassis, which would be pretty awesome. And that will just about do it. So, yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you again soon.